Hey, welcome back YouTubers. Thanks for tuning in. This is Daniel Strong with Excel VBA is Fun. Today we're going to use a spin button. So right off the bat we're in the Developers tab. We'll go into Design Mode just to be safe. We're going to insert the ActiveX control that looks like this. It's a spin button. It's something you can click up or you can click down. Let's just make it about the same size as that cell, give or take. It looks like we've got a spin button going left and right. We can right click and go to properties. I think we want to change that to orientation is auto. Let's make it a vertical one. So that way there's a spin up and a spin down event or macro. And let's rename it. Let's call it SB and we'll say age. In case you have a bunch of different spin buttons, you could be SB age, SB whatever else. That way when you're looking at the code, you can know what you're programming. Let's double click on this button. By default, the spin button, oops, I don't think I renamed it. SB age, hit enter. Now it's got a name. SB age, okay. Double click there. Let's erase this spin button 1 change because we're not doing that. SB age change. So every time it changes, it runs macro, but I don't like to use those for spin buttons. I like to use a spin up and a spin down. Let's get those lined up here and take away the change. Let's see what we can do here. So what our objective is, we're going to whatever's in B3. I guess B3 is our cell of choice for today. Is going on a spin down, we want B3 to equal B3 minus 1. And on a spin up, we want B3's value to equal B3's value plus 1. So it's pretty simple. Let's say range B3 dot value equals copy paste. That's Control C to copy, Control V to paste. So when we're spinning down, when we're clicking down, we want it to be the value of itself minus 1. And let's just copy that and change the minus to a plus for the spin up. We want it to go up 1. And let's see what happens. Take it out of design mode, spin down. Oops, going pretty fast if you hold it down. Okay, very nice. So we're able to change the value of that to that, whatever it is, plus 1 or minus 1. Now, let's say you wanted to do something, you wanted to do a little different in the value. How about you want to only change it 0.1? So now you're going down 0.1 every time, and so on and so forth. Of course, you can use higher decimals or weirder numbers. You want to go down 0.037 each time, and you want to go up 0.009 for whatever freaky weird reason. It's going to go up whatever 0009. It's going to go down 0.37 or 037. So isn't that weird? You can do all kinds of fun stuff with that. So you note that it will have an error because you cannot add 1 to the letter S or subtract 1 or 0.037 from the letter S. So it will give you an error. Be prepared for it. You know why you cannot add to that. So if you wanted to really easily, I mean, this is like cheating, but really easily get by with this, you could say on error, resume next. Okay, don't abuse this, but you know, if it's something simple and you don't really care, just put on error, resume next. That means if something errors out, just keep on going and ignore it and whatever. So let's go back and rerun it this way. It still has the value of S. It didn't try to increment it, but it didn't give you an error. But if you put a number in there, it will go ahead and proceed. So that's a fail-safe. How about a couple spaces in there? It's not erroring out, but it will not increment. So Very interesting. One other thing I want to show you, you don't have to just use numbers. I mean, you do, but you don't have to just use numbers in a cell. You could use numbers in a, let's see, how about a label? This one's called label 1. Very simply, we will say, let's have this label to be the one that's incrementing. Let's do that. Alt F11. Okay. Instead of range B3, we're going to say me.label1.value. No, excuse me, they don't have values. Caption equals me.label1.caption plus blah 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 and or minus for the SpinDown event. And let's see what happens. Take it out of design mode. Now your label is doing all the work for you. Now, this will blow your mind too. Instead of the value, or the caption, excuse me, of that label, we could actually take the left or the top. So let's do that. How about me.label1.left? Ooh, this is going to be juicy. And then this one will say .top, or .height, or .width. So let's see what in the world that does if I hit SpinDown. Ooh, what is that doing? Is that doing anything? Interesting. Okay, I apologize. I had to pause the video to see what in the world was going on. And of course, it was user error. It was my fault. What I just now did is I changed it from these tiny decimal numbers, so it actually was incrementing or decrementing. But they were so small you couldn't even notice it. So I apologize. This label here, when we go down, it looks like it's going up. When we click up, it looks like the left is increasing by 12 or 13 or something. So that's pretty wild. So you can even change the left or the height or the up or the top or the width or all kinds of anything you see in here is game on for changing. So anything that's a number you can increment or decrement. So fun things to play with. Thanks for watching.